Okay students, so in this video we will be talking about peak load pricing. What is meaning of peak load pricing? It is related to a particular type of market when sometimes demand is more and sometimes demand is less. Even during the same day, there is one time period when demand is more and another time period is there when demand is low. So there should be a dual price system. Different price should be charged as per the demand conditions. Why it is required to charge different prices and why we should not charge a single price? So what are the pros and cons of charging a single price and charging a dual price? We will be talking about this. Here we are using example of electricity because peak load pricing is related to a good which cannot be stored and we have to supply it immediately when it is required. So there are less chances of storing such commodities. That type of example we need. So we are using here example of electricity, suppose. So electricity is sometimes demanded less, sometimes more. There are two different periods. One is peak period when demand is more. Off peak period is when demand is less. In daytime, because all the offices are open, demand of electricity is more in the daytime, but in night time all the offices and factories are mostly closed and only household is having a demand for electricity. So in night time this is off peak period and demand of electricity is less in the night time. So in different time period within a full day, in different time period different demand curves are there for same commodity. So how will we fix the prices? We will be talking about this. Here first case I am talking about is unregulated public utility. Public utilities are those goods and services which are essential for the society, and usually government always try to keep the price low or try to produce and supply such commodities in the society, because if private sector will provide these commodities, it will charge a price which is profit maximization price. And as commodities are essential commodities, in fact there is a huge effect on the society of this product or this commodity. If it is available at a cheaper price, it will affect the living standard of people. So usually it is not found that there is unregulated public utility found. Usually these type of commodities are under the regulation of government. But here first we are talking about this type of example. Suppose there is unregulated public utility service. This is electricity. We are taking example of electricity here. So how price will be fixed in this situation? So let me draw two different demand curves. This is one demand curve for off peak period and this is another demand curve for peak period. So demand is more in this case. This is D1 and this is D2. And here is marginal cost of this commodity. So how price will be fixed? We need marginal revenue curves, because this is a situation where regulations are not there, and in this situation this producer will try to maximize the profit. And how to maximize the profit? Marginal revenue should be equal to marginal cost. So we have to draw marginal revenue curve first. This is marginal revenue in case of this demand curve, and this is marginal revenue curve of this demand curve. So when demand is less, you will fix quantity like this and you will fix this price. This is our demand curve, this is marginal revenue curve, this is marginal cost, both are cutting here, and price is fixed for off peak period. When peak period is there, this is the point where both are equal, marginal cost and marginal revenue. So quantity is fixed here and price is also fixed like this. In this way, prices will be fixed and quantities will be produced, this much of quantities. In case when there is no regulation of the government, so profit maximization prices are being charged by the producer for different time period. You can see different prices are here. But what will happen if it is a regulated market? In that case, these producers will not be allowed to make profit, but they have to operate on normal profits. And how it will happen? What is marginal cost? Marginal cost is if you change the production or you change the output, how much your cost will be increased, that is your marginal cost. Or you can say it is cost of production of exactly this unit, this is cost of production exactly of this unit, this is cost of production of producing this particular unit. So for individual units, this is the cost of production. And what is supply curve? Supply curve is how much a producer is expecting, means minimum this much amount should be given to him, only then he will produce, otherwise not. So you can define it like this also. For different quantities, what price a supplier will charge to produce this commodity. So if you compare them, you will come to know that your marginal cost is also your supply curve. Yes. If to produce this commodity, for particular commodity, whether it is fifth or sixth, if this is the cost of production, this is the price which you are expecting, minimum price, this much should be given to you, only then you will produce this commodity, otherwise not. Next, you will produce next one commodity only if you are given this much price, otherwise you will not produce. Means above price is acceptable, you will be making profit, but at least this price should be given to you. So here your marginal cost is also your supply curve. So this is demand, this is supply, both are cutting here. So demand and supply intersection will fix quantity and price both. So see the difference. When profit maximization conditions was fulfilled and it was unregulated public utility, so this is the situation just like your monopoly and price were very high. But in case when there is a regulation of the government and producers has to provide this commodity on minimum price, then price is so less. There is a huge difference between the price. Both prices are about off peak period. When peak period is there, again this is supply and this is demand, this is quantity produced and this is price. So you will see prices will be very low in case of regulated public utility. Okay, now here, as I don't need marginal revenue curves, so I am drawing only this portion of demand curves. Complete demand curve I am not drawing here because it will be very complicated if I draw each and every line. Here is your marginal cost, and these are demand 1 and demand 2. So when peak period is there, when off peak period is there, these are two different demand curves. If we go for a dual price, so this will be the quantity and this will be the price. When off peak period is there, and when peak period is there, this will be your quantity produced and this will be your price. Now question arises, why different prices? Why we should not charge some average price? Suppose there is some average price, let me write it P1 and P2, and suppose this is P3, this is average price. Suppose if we fix this price for every time period, whether this is peak period or off peak period, if we fix this price, then what will happen? So we will discuss all the points, positive and negative, related to charging a single price, which is P3, and we will discuss points related to charging dual prices or different prices. Suppose if we charge P3, this is average price, and suppose we are charging this price in every time, whether demand is less or more. In case when there is off peak period, demand is this, so producer will produce this much amount. Suppose this is Q4, this is Q2, and when peak period is there, producer will stop production here only. Why he will stop production here? Suppose this is A point. He will stop production here because you are charging same price for every commodity. When for every commodity same price you are charging, this is equal to your not only average revenue but also equal to your marginal revenue. And here marginal cost is equal to your marginal revenue. As a producer, you will not produce after this point, because after this point your marginal revenue is less, marginal cost is high, so it will be a loss. It will give you a loss only. So you will not be willing to produce after this A point. But what about the demand conditions? In peak period, if this is the price, consumers will be asking for this much of output. Suppose this is Q3 and this is Q1, suppose. This is the situation. When we are charging a dual prices, on this price this much quantity, on this price this much quantity. If dual pricing system is there, then let me show you, these are two different prices which we were charging. But here, because of this particular single price, we are using a single price policy. Either you will produce this much amount only, otherwise you are willing to produce this much, but you are forced to produce this much because demand is like this. So there will be problems with producer because this is totally loss. This is loss only. This shaded area you can see, because your marginal cost is more and marginal revenue is less. So this shaded area, this line and shaded area is a loss to producer, but still he is forced to produce more. Because if this situation happens that he is producing this much amount only and demand in the market is Q3, so there will be shortage of this commodity. And we are using example of electricity, so there will be power cuts, there will be problems, because every time people will be demanding more of this unit, but producer is not willing to produce more. So this type of problem will happen. Here it is useful thing for a producer to charge different prices, because on different prices you can see you are producing more than this quantity, and here though you are producing less, but according to demand you are producing whatever is demand, you are also providing same supply in the markets. There will not be any shortage of this commodity. Now as we know that it is better to charge different prices, because if you charge a single price only, either your demand is this much or your demand is this much, so difference between your demand is so much. So you have to set up a very big plant. Earlier, maximum capacity of your plant was this much only, but you have to set up a bigger plant, and most of the time it will be not properly used because you will be producing this amount also. So this gap between minimum and maximum is wider in case if we fix single price, but in case of different prices, automatically solution is there for demand and supply. So let's talk about some points why we should go for single price. There are many problems with single price, but still why a producer will go for a single price. First point is due to rules imposed by regulatory authorities. I mean, if government is imposing such condition that you cannot charge different prices according to the demand, you have to charge a single price only, then a producer has to go for single price. Next is due to lack of information. When you are charging different price for different time period or for different conditions, you need to know some information, means you need to collect some information, and if this information is not available to you, whatever resources you want to have, whatever resources are required to do this, I mean dual pricing, you are not having that, so it is not possible for a producer sometimes. Next is installing equipment that allows the producer to impose different prices, itself an additional investment cost. When sometimes you realize that if you have to plant some equipment and it is also costly, then you may avoid means dual pricing. Here these are some advantages of peak load pricing, I mean dual pricing. First is more efficient distribution. If single price is charged OQ4, consumption will take place, but with different price OQ2. Okay, let me show you the diagram. Here you can see in this diagram, with dual pricing you can consume Q2 when off peak time is there. With dual pricing you can consume more, but in single pricing you have to consume this much only. If we compare these two quantities, means if you are moving from here to there, from Q4 to Q2, it means you are moving from a single price to dual price. What is addition in your cost when you are moving from Q4 to Q2? This is cost. This is cost of production. But what a consumer is getting? Consumer is getting this. Consumer is getting this. It means this triangle is your benefit in the society. Producer is spending this much only as cost of production, but consumer is getting more here. It will be a benefit. Second thing, if you see here, earlier when single pricing was there, in case of single pricing you are producing this much, but when dual pricing is there you are producing this much. So if you see this area, decrease in cost is this, your cost will be saved here, this much cost will be saved. This triangle, if you see, this is saved here, because decrease in cost is this, but decrease in consumers benefit is this. Decrease in cost is this, because your cost is like this. If this is your cost curve, below this area, this is your cost, and if this is your demand curve, below this area, this is your utility. So decrease in utility because of producing less, decrease in your utility is only this, but decrease in cost of production is this. So this is also benefit. So this is the second point, which benefit you are getting. Now let's talk about some disadvantages of dual pricing. First is some people as business persons cannot shift their consumption from peak period to off peak period, off load period, so have to pay higher price. Means it is not this option is not available to some consumers to shift their demand to that period where they have to pay lesser price, so ultimately they have to pay higher price only. Next is separate record has to be maintained for consumption of both time periods, which also add to the cost. So these are only 2 points. Let's talk about some more examples here. Not only in regulated monopolies, but it happens in other form of markets also other than electricity. There are many examples like hotels in hill stations which charge more price sometimes, like in summer. Some restaurants also charge different prices in daytime and evening time. Then cinema hall tickets also charge more in evening show. So there are many examples available, you can see there. But as we were talking about public utility goods, so electricity was the most suitable example for that. So that is all about peak load pricing. So we have discussed dual pricing system when there is fluctuation in demand, and single price system, what are the pros and cons of that. That's all.